Okay, I've just opened BS16i. I'm just going to go through how you set up each of the 6 channels. I'm assumed you've downloaded the sound font and it's in the downloads folder of your iPad. If you go to settings, if you go to wavetables, the sound fonts in iPad language, or sorry, in BS16i are called wavetables. Don't know why, that's just what they are. So you can see I've got library 1 here is the default library that comes with BS16i. It's full of piano sounds, guitar sounds, all sorts of things. And I've set up library 2 as Vienna Alto Mod 16, which is the sound font. So I brought that in from the downloads folder, and I have there's another video where I show that. So we'll come back out. So you can see, first of all, we've got a high melody string, channel 1. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's say I'm going to use a D tuning. So I'm going to have a high D steel melody as my string 1. That's the string that's an octave above string 2, the second melody string. I'm also going to select high D steel melody string for that as well. So you can see you just select them. There is a low D, I think, steel melody as well. You could play with and try. The thing to note is sound will always come out. For example, if you have your Gurdy in a G tuning and you've got D strings selected here, when you play the Gurdy, it'll force that recorded audio sound to G. It'll change the pitch, so you get the right note come out, but it might sound a bit weird. So generally it's best to select a string from the menu that's the same as or close to the one that you're going to be using in your tuning that you've set up on the hurdy-gurdy in the Digi-Gurdy menu on the screen. Right, so here's your melody 1. That's the high melody. It's an octave above string 2, which is your second melody string. Right, I've cheated there. Right, so Trompette is the 3rd channel. So I'm going to use a D tuning, so I've got high D trompette. You see there? Selected. See how it appears there? See how it changes? So it's telling you what's on it. So high D drone. Okay. What else? There is a low D drone as well. I think the high D is probably the best sounding. Now the 5th channel is the buzz sound. So you've got a selection of buzzes. You can play with all of these. I've also given you alternative sounds. You can have a snare drum instead of a buzz, for example, or a cymbal, or a hi-hat half open. So I put a crash drum. So I put them in for fun. So you've got an alternative buzz here. You've got Nige buzz, Pajo loud. So we'll keep it on that. That's the buzz sound. What's channel 6? Channel 6 is the keyclick. Some people like their Gurdys to have a clicky-clacky sound. It's part of the sound of the instrument. Some people don't. So we've got Nige keyclick loud selected. And remember, actually look, that's the wrong library, see? It's showing 14, so what's happened there? I'll have to come back to that. Anyway, find a key click, is what I'm saying, for your... why is that showing the wrong library? That's slightly odd, isn't it? So you probably want your buzz loud. You key click just a little bit. You don't want the drones too loud, otherwise they interfere with everything. Melody's high. This is your master volume. I also find if you put a tiny bit of delay here, just here, look, see how that's moved a touch on the melody strings? You get a slight echo effect like you're playing in a great big concert hall. It's quite a cool effect, so you can experiment with these as well. They're just a little bit of things you can do. So I hope that helps. That doesn't cover everything, it just covers the basics to get you started. So I just fixed the glitch here. Do you remember I just showed you when I clicked on that, it was showing the wrong library. It was showing Vienna Alto Mod 14, which is an early version. So to fix that, I went to settings and I checked my wavetables and I made sure that library 2, so I've got all the previous versions here which you won't have, so sometimes it gets confused, so we definitely want that. So there it is, library 2. Remember, library 1 is just the default. Come back here. Right, so I can just check these. So my key click now is coming from the correct library. My buzz sound is also coming from the library 16. That's correct. So I'm just going to check them all. Yes. The other thing is you can play sounds from different libraries. So for example, instead of the buzz, yeah, you could find something in the default library. Let me go to the default library of Christmas bells if you wanted. Christmas bells. So you've still got your Gurdy sounds from Vienna Alto Mod 16, but just this one, you've now pulled it from the default library that came with BS16i, and we've got Christmas bells. So if you were to play your Gurdy now, every time you did a buzz, you'd actually get a bell sound. So I'll just show you how I convert that back. So I'm going to change the library back to Vienna Alto Mod 16, and I'm going to just choose one of the more normal buzzes. There we are. There. So I hope that helps you navigate through the BS16i, just starting up and getting it to work.